G'day ladies and gentlemen, Party here and welcome back to episode 31 of SkyTable. And apparently we've got a sheep loose. Actually, he's just spawned there. I was just on the verge of getting ready to record, standing on my usual spot, and all of a sudden the sheep just appeared, so yeah, go sheep. But yeah, anyway ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, one thing I do want to start making, and it involves sheep, and that is getting a sheep farm or a wool farm. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. And I think I've just decided, yeah, I will just do it hanging off this bit here. So yeah, should be pretty cool. And the thing I do need now, I'm actually going to be using the same one that Direwolf20 did in his Let's Play of his single player. I think it's like season 4, I think. So yeah, I'm just going to basically do the same one as that. So yeah, I'm not going to claim as my own recipe or anything, and I will actually provide a link for that particular episode he did it. So if you want to watch his episode of it, you know, by all means, definitely go do it. But yeah, so the first thing we want to be doing though is we need to make a couple of things, and one of them you've seen before because he's actually used at the base of that thing over there, the mob tower. And that is a transposer, and I'm going to come here to the crafting bench, and this is what we're going to need for the transposer. So to actually make it, it's just a piston and some redstone, a couple of wooden planks, oops, put that in the right spot, and there you go, that's just the cobblestone. So hopefully, actually I probably need to put all them in there, don't I? Might probably be a better idea. And wow, how many is that? Not enough. Okay, it's only 12. So let's go. Didn't have enough wooden planks. So there you go. That's so much for trying to supposedly pretend whatever to get prepared for the recording. Way to go, Pie. Nice fail. But I might as well chuck the 4 in there like that. And 4. I don't have to do this, but hey, there you go. Because the project table should automatically detect what you've got, and there's the 16 of the transposers that I needed. Now the other thing I do need to make is, as I've actually got already set up here, is the deployer. And that's pretty much how you craft this. Is just put it into your needs chests. They go there. Pistons, redstone, and do this. And bam, that should be the 16 deployers. Oop, there we go. So pretty much what it is going to be is when you actually use the deployer to shear the sheep, because I do need to make some shears as well. And then when you actually come to pick up the wool that gets dropped on the ground, that's what the transposer will do. So yeah, pretty cool. And so I'll get out of that, and I'll just see if I've got any iron in here. No, let's go. I've got plenty of diamonds, so it's not like it's a big thing. Iron. And some more iron, 32. I think that's actually exactly what I need. Woo! They're going to keep flying around. Oh no, that's awesome. I think I've just got an egg flying at me then. What can I put? So I can just sit all them in there for now. Because they're not actually going to be doing anything, so because there's nothing in that target slot. So they can just sit in there for now, so we're going to carry all them around. Oh, actually, what I could do? Keep forgetting I've actually got this. Aha. Much better idea. That's what that's for. Alright. Because I do need all the cobblestone, because I do want to start laying out this spot over here. Break that off. So now, actually, if I still got some stone bricks, I do have some in there. So I'm just going to go lay out a little wall along here. Not sure how wide I need this to actually be. It should be I'd say I want at least 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'll go 4 on either side. Probably don't need to go that far, but I will anyway. And I'm going to be turning all this into grass, but we'll obviously use the Philosopher's Stone to do that. And yeah, so it's just... But anyway, what I'm actually going to be doing, I'm going to be laying now all this out in just cobblestone for now. So I'm actually going to cut the video and I'll come back when all this is actually done. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Now, as you can see, I've got the area laid out, and it may not necessarily be the most elegant way to lay it out, but this is the general principle of what it's going to be. Now, I'll quickly open up this bag, because I believe that's where I put them. Cool, now I have a safe area to work in. I did just put the board around before I started recording again, as you can quite clearly see. And so now, all I'm going to be doing is you've got this little pen that's going to be just here, and I haven't obviously transformed it yet into dirt, but I'll do that in a minute. Should have the Philosopher's Stone in this bag as well. I does. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing the... Just trying to think. That'll go on the bottom, so I'll go like that, and hopefully I'll get the same one there. And then the transposer should go on the top. And of course that one went the wrong way around, but see if we can get it right this time. Boop. Yeah, there we go. So basically what's going to be is in this bit here, you will have the shears. I'll just grab these two out since these two are already placed. Just right click on it and boom. Because the way a deployer actually works is, for those of you who aren't exactly familiar, it acts like a right click. So if you had like it's like shears, if it gets a redstone signal, it will, you know, right click like as though it was using shears. So it's pretty cool. Or if you had like a bucket of water or something, you would actually right click the bucket of water and put water there. So, same kind of thing. But yeah, all that then it's going to do is then it's going to shear the sheep, which will be in this spot right here, right in front of the deployer. And yeah, so once that happens, then the redstone signal will be going through the transposer, and that will actually then suck up the wool, which is pretty cool. So I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to keep doing this. Oh, actually, well, I won't stop this recording, although it's probably a little bit boring, but and I hope I did actually do enough then. But so yeah, we'll just keep going around. I just didn't want to just show the placing of those blocks because it was a little bit annoying. But at least you're going to get a reasonable idea of how this is actually going to work. Sweet. And now we should go there. I'll do these first actually. Probably should be easier. And oh shit. I'm putting her in the wrong spot. Haha. Come on, which one of you picked that? All of you. Am I doing it right now? Yes, I am doing it right this time. Duh. Oops. You got to hold down shift before you can click on it. And that sheep is tripping out on the fence. Yes, I'm talking to you, sheepy. So I'll come over to this side. Get out of it. Should be able just to walk along here and just drop these on the top. Keep collecting eggs as I go along. And so yeah, there we go. This is one side done, and I should have the fences to be able to drop them down. So cool. And there. Sorry, just been completely nothing mental and stupid, and now I actually get myself stuck in here. That was clever. Put that one in. I was meant to jump up. What am I talking about? I've got a bloody flying ring. Jesus Christ! Unbelievable, Pie. Get with it. So yeah, there we go. This is what it will. This is the basics of what it's going to look like, and I'm going to charge this thing up now. Hopefully that should be enough. And hopefully, if I don't totally screw this up, I should be able to do shift and click. And just don't do that on the what is it, on the actual grass itself, or else it'll turn to sand and you plummet. So yeah, not good. But yeah, cool, sweet. And at least it's got grass where the sheep will be, which is very nice. Don't care about the other part being all brown. They'll actually cover up anyway. Sweet. So that's done. Now all I want to actually do is I'll drop the charge back off that. Oops, don't want to put that in there. So I want to try and find myself some pneumatic chips. And hopefully I do have some. If I don't, then I'll be having to make some. Have a look over in this collection over here. So I'm pretty sure I did have some. Actually, I'm positive I had some. Or is that all I've got? Yeah. That's not good. Alright. That's a little annoying. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to make some brass, which... If I'm not much sure if I've got some in here still. I've got one more piece. It's not going to be anywhere near enough. And so I'll have to make some. And I'm pretty sure it is in this thing. And I'm pretty sure it's the 3 copper and the 1 tin. In the alloy furnace should give me brass. Beautiful. So I'll just do a few of these. Actually, I'll do that many. Should be pretty good. And I've got some glass in here or not. I know I did. I'm sure I had some glass in here. Ah, beautiful. I thought I did. And I'll do that. That should give me... just give me a few there. That might be close to enough anyway, actually, come to think of it. So I do want to get some redstone. Sweet. And I will also need some red alloy wire. So I've got plenty of that there too. Sweet. Nice. I didn't even plan for that one. Okay, so drop some of this stuff back where it should belong. I think I've got melon seeds for. No, they can go in there for now. Alright. There's those. I've still got that bit of glass. I don't know if I probably won't need that actually, but I'll make myself just a couple of them. Just so I know I've got some of the pneumatic tubes if I don't want to have to use all redstone, or the redstone tubes. So, dump that back in there. Alright, that should be pretty good. So, let's come back over here. Actually, that sheep has been quite good. If you'll just come on, you're going to cooperate and chop. No? Ah, stuff you then. Damn sheep. So what I'm going to actually doing now is I'm going to just break off these torches because they're actually in my way. Going to go down the line, place all this redstone or red alloy wire. Cool. Just like that. And that's the redstone tubes, which are going to go straight through there. Getting stuck here. Alright. Sweet. So now, with a bit of luck, I'm not quite sure I'm going to work this. May not let myself much room here. But, yeah, that's the general principle of what it's going to do. Now, I probably will need some jacketed wire. And I don't know if I've got any in this chest or not. Where's the jacketed wire? Don't really have enough covers. Or What do I have? No, I don't. Must be in the other one. And I think my diamond handsaw's in this one anyway, so... diamond handsaw's in that one, and I've got a couple of jacketed wires. But that's right, I actually make myself a few more anyway. I don't know if I probably won't need that much. Probably need about 4. Yeah, get in there. Alright, sweet. That should be heaps. And I've still got some red alloy wire. And the other thing I'm thinking I might want to actually make is another timer. And yeah, I reckon that'll be pretty good. I reckon we'll be pretty close to just about done then. The only thing we'll need to do is get the sheep into the thingy. And I'll have to try and get the right colours. So I might actually be doing that off camera. I might just get this thing loose so it's set up and get some sheep into the thing. And so yeah. But at least if I can work out what I need some redstone. Have I got any in here? That might be enough. Oh, what have I got here? Get myself one of them. And got any smooth stone here? Whew, nice. Oops, wrong one. And that there, that should be the pointer, the cathode, wire, the anode, and that. I think actually that's all I need from memory. No, I think it's those 3. I always forget how to make this thing. And then those 2. Yes, timer, beautiful. That's nice and quick. Because obviously I want the top and the bottom to be pulsing. And I'm not sure if that's going to be good enough, or if I do need the stone jacketed wire as well. If I need to knock that wall out, I might have to do so. That's the only thing I'm not sure about, if I've got enough room here to do this. It's not quite what I wanted to have happen, because I want this thing to be pulsing. I think I might have to knock this wall out. Hope there's not going to plummet there underneath there. I can easily move the enchantment room anyway. It doesn't have to be there. So I'll do that. So if I do that, trying to work this one out without mucking it up entirely. So excuse me if I'm not doing too much talking. I just trying to suss it out, make sure I get it so it is working. So they're definitely working, which is good. Nice to know where that sheep went. Oh, there he is there. I don't have a chance of getting that sheep in there. But we've got a couple of eggs that have been flying around, so I might see if... I bet they've been sucked into that thing, are they? Hey, stop placing those things, will you? What am I doing? Right, that's not really going to work. Okay, you, stop working. Stop pulsing. Is that thing just going straight through the map, or is it actually doing what it should be doing? I'm not entirely sure if that's actually working or not. Give me some more eggs, and let's see if I can get this to work. Because that seems a little bit bizarre. Because to me, that's going right through. That's a little bit odd. The frick's happening here? That is... Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, but that's just odd. Very odd. Apparently, by throwing these eggs, it's not working. Wow. Okay. So it looks like I might have to come up with a different design as to how, or different way to try and get these things to actually work. That is odd. So even just throwing it over here, it's not. Okay, I'll just waste a heap of eggs by doing that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I might have to stop recording for a bit while I try and work this one out, because this is actually really, really, really weird. So yeah, I'll be back in a sec, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as you can probably just see, I've got a couple of chickens now, but apparently it's, I don't know whether, I know chickens, when they do actually, when you do throw the eggs, there is it's a lowest chance to get an actual chicken. But, yeah, it's a little bit odd. It's just what I call very odd, actually. And how on earth did you just escape? Super chicken! Right, that's... okay. I'm at a loss to work that one out, because that is just odd. Oh dear. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to, yeah, just going to keep going until we get all this filled out. I might just see if I've got a little bit of glowstone in here first. See if I can burn that up. Give myself a little bit of glowstone, because now I can use my Philosopher's Stone. And I believe if you press R, it should... hey, there we go. Cool. Might be a good way of getting some, getting all the colours for this as well. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It should be pretty good, but the only thing is I'm not sure as to why it's... normally I always thought the egg actually exploded, but apparently not necessarily the case. And... oh, I know. Bit of a game bugger up there. Sweet. Getting all the different coloured sheep here, which is neat. Alright. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, as I said, I'll be back once I get all the... that's all I'm doing, is just throwing the eggs, and I'll just be back when I get all the sheep done. So, I'll be back. G'day, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Yes, look, woohoo, it is done. Well, actually, it's not quite, because I think I've actually got two. Yeah, it's actually, I've got two lime green. Or have I got a... or there might be... yeah, it looks like I've got a couple of lime. It looks like there might be a couple of the, actually the same. It looks like these two, the purple ones there. And it looks like I've got a couple of lime green. So I think I actually need a light grey is one I know I'm missing. And whatever, anyway, I was... by the time I finally got all them in there, I was getting really frustrated. You probably could tell by the when the chickens, when I was throwing the eggs to begin with, didn't seem to be working, but it actually was working. It just wasn't doing the breaking egg effect, which I always thought it did do. But hey, maybe I'm just weird like that. But so yeah, let's quickly just chuck. Always before I do chuck that down, I'll quickly come here and see if I can... oh, a spare chest in here somewhere, possibly? I do. Just a wee spare chest will do. Which I'll probably drop about here. That should probably be okay. And it doesn't really need to be a pneumatic tube there anymore, does it? I can just go to there and bam! So yeah, cool. That pulsed some red wire through the line, so that obviously works. And yeah, let's just chuck this thing down. Look at that. Now, it's obviously pulsing way too much, so I don't think I need to do anywhere near that much, so I'll drop it to about, whoops, 70 odds. Yeah, I don't know. How far do you reckon it should actually take it? That's seconds, sorts of that. I know when I watched Dywolf's video, he did do about 120. So what's that? Yeah, it's about 2 minutes worth. Because you've got to let the sheep eat the wool first, and eat the wool, eat the grass, and then yeah, you come back and hopefully the 2 minute bracket should be close enough to get enough of all that. So, woohoo! So that's actually pretty cool. So what do we get? We got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, there's a couple more I do have. So I'm pretty sure some of the lime green ones here, they need to be, I need to redo them. There was one thing that Dywolf did do with his video was, what did he do? Oh, he put a repeater down just so the actual, just so this thing actually, the deployer actually activated slightly before the transposer worked. So there was a little bit of a delay, so it wasn't like instant, but I don't know, it seemed to work alright that time on the first go, so you probably won't necessarily have to do that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We have our, we have the sheep farm, the wool generation, the colour generation, so it is the one thing I did want to get that done. I'll move away from them because they're a little bit annoying, the sheep. So yeah, one thing I do want to do is start doing some statues of people. I thought maybe I'll might do myself. We'll see what happens though. And it looks like my Arboretum's actually out of humus. Yes, it is. Very humorous. But so yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's the farm done, which looks pretty cool. Looks pretty sweet. And they're starting to get their wool back, which is quite neat. Whether 2 minutes is actually going to be long enough, well, who knows? It looks like it's about to tick again. Boop. And I probably really should turn magnet mode off. Because, yeah, while magnet mode's on, yeah, it's not going to have the right effect that it should do. So, because it's only sucking the closest ones up to me. But it is actually working, so. And before I do forget, actually, I will put that onto utility mode. And I'll turn magnet mode off. Oh dear. Otherwise, it was pretty pointless even doing all that work. Otherwise, I may as well stand there with and just wait for it to shear them. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode. There was a little bit of derping on my behalf where I couldn't work out what was going on, but hopefully, you know, we can get it was a reasonable episode. And if you hadn't seen this build before, well, I can tell you, as I said before, it was from Dywolf, and it was pretty much the design he used, and it was just effective. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And until next time, as always, keep cool, keep safe, and I'll catch you around. Goodbye.